Okay, welcome to Body Fit tonight. So we're going to do a one-weight wonder workout using a kettlebell or a dumbbell. And we need to have a little play around with the fascial release first, in particular the glutes. So let that happen. We'll keep on one side and just work it across the body. So suppose we go from the glutes into the anterior 45, so just twizzle it around a little bit. So 3 or 4 minutes each side. And if you're more experienced with this one, I'd suggest you take this more onto the IT band. If you don't feel much on the quad like myself when we go down the middle, let that leg relax as we do. Just take some nice deep breaths. Like I've been explaining to you all recently, I want you to take the inhale through your nostrils. Almost try and restrict some of the nasal passage there to try and make that breath in last a little bit longer, okay? Something I've been working on quite a bit recently. Don't really focus on the inhale as much. So yeah, try and bring on as much oxygen on the inhale as you can. And on the exhale, that nice relaxed feeling as the pain increases. Just bit by bit working it down that leg. Anterior 45. And I've got a couple of new ones tonight I want to go through with you with the kettlebell or dumbbell. So some little tweaks on some of the basics that we've been working on. There's actually some double-handed kettlebell work now, or dumbbell work. It's quite a lot of rotation. But I'm going to propose that we go through some of these without the weight first, and then we'll do it with the kettlebell. There's quite a lot of dynamic parts to it, so we'll see how we get on. Okay, we do the same sequence on the other side. So we start with glutes, I believe. We drifted that onto the anterior 45s. And I hope you can't hear that noise coming from upstairs. So one weight is all you need, and a bit of determination and motivation. So we turn that heater off. So as we did with before, so we go from the glutes, just gently twizzle it round, go from the posterior to the anterior line now, and that 45 line. So spend a little bit of time up on the hip first. Just take some breaths. All good. We will be at quarter. What's our left side? Breathe through the pain, gang. Breathe through it. And every exhale, just try and let your leg just relax a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of active core on it, these first ones. So you don't go in any hyperextension on the lower back. And once that pain subsided a wee bit, just edge forward and find a new painful spot. There'll be enough there if we search. So we've got a few swings with the weights today, and we've got a few chops and presses. I'll try and keep it varied so we're not in one position for too long. A little bit longer on that second leg. Again, go back to the breathing. Okay, I think that's about the same on each side. Just one more. All good. If you've not done this one for a while, we need to hit the adductors, so a little bit of thigh work. So it's very similar posture than the last one we've done, but the ball's on the other leg. So I'll start up in the groin area. Oh, wow. So I've not done this one for a few weeks. Just let that leg relax. Don't necessarily need to move very far with these ones. But if you're going to apply some movement, do it really slowly. Still again, go back to the breathing. Deep, relaxed breaths. And after about 10-15 seconds in one spot, just edge the body away from the ball, so it's rolling more towards my knee in time. Feel free to lift the foot up, keep it down, chest there. Go to the arms if you need to. I prefer one elbow on one hand. Keep my body just at that right angle. So now just double check that you've got the ball close to your knee than you have to your groin. And I know we can't do all of this before 45-minute class. So if you're going to do this class regularly, please do a little bit prior to this, especially with the lacrosse ball. If you're watching us on the portal, you can pause it. You can spend a good 20-30 minutes doing this, get your body really ready and able for the work. Okay, let's switch that other leg and then we'll come up right and we'll explain what we're doing. I would love to take the lacrosse ball over to the wall with you all and do some pecs and do some mid-back, but alas, I haven't got time. Okay, go back to the breathing. Like I always say, feel free to make some subtle movements, but do it really slowly. Otherwise, you may just miss some of these spots that really need some hydration. Bit by bit, edging it towards the knee. Woo! Should do this one more often. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to stay there for a little bit longer. Can do this with the kettlebell handle, so count yourselves lucky if you're using a med ball or a roller with this. It's nothing compared to that kettlebell. Okay. I would love to stay there for another 3 or 4 minutes. We've got time. Right, let's bring ourselves up right now. Woo. Quick sip of water. Let's get down to business. So what? We've got 7 exercises I've picked, okay? I don't try and make it too complicated, but I'm not going to use time as a factor on this one, or reps, to be fair. Just go on how we feel. So if I suddenly stop, please carry on if you've got a couple of reps left. Probably looking at, I don't know, between 8 and 12, something like that. Right, standing posture first, please. I'm going to move back so you can see everything. Right. So let's try and get that vertical stance. I want you to promote the navel, pulling in with the ribcage lifting. Just be careful when we do that, guys. I know you're regular that we don't go into any arch back. So maybe a little bit of 12 posterior. Feel the shoulders elevate. I'm just going to turn my heat off. Sorry, it's going to get warm with you. Feel the shoulders elevate with the ribcage, with the scapula. And then from there, we're going to start the first exercise. Like I said, we're going to start this without the weight. So I just want you to very gently with one arm, whether you're left or you're right. We're just in the frontal plane. We're just going to get a kind of a left and right swing movement here. Okay? And the idea being, we've done this one before, but it's a little tweak. As we come to the side here, so you've got that little bit of a pivot going with the opposite foot. Yeah? Try not to turn the hips too much. It's more of a kind of a little tilt through the ankle. So we're going to do this and bring it back. So it's a hip, little heel lift. Now the key with this one, as the arms come out, I want you to pull in quick. So you get here, what's going to happen is you're going to pull in here, and then you're going to go back to the rack hold. Yeah? So we're going to swing it out. Whoop, there, pull, rack hold. And there's a part when you're using a kettlebell, I've done that, especially with the kettlebell, where you can open up the grip to bring it back. you've got a lighter kettlebell weight option, maybe go with that first. I've got quite a few options here. So standing posture. And it's going to be quite a dynamic, in time that is, it's going to be quite a dynamic kind of switch pull, right? I'm going to call this one the bell bender. Right, so we're getting out here, get that passive swing going, pull in, quick pull, rack hold. Yes, I'll show you close up what happens with the arm. So it's kind of pull and then open up that grip. See the kettlebell just turns. So here, quick pull, bang, straight into that standing posture, quick pull. Yeah, so change the weight if that's too much for you. And we go again, so that lateral swing, frontal plane, turn, pull. How quick can we make that happen? Yeah, and then just kind of do it each time. So swing, pull back to centre, pause. So we're going to minimise all the kind of shaky kind of movements and get that big 10-second, really nail it back. Out to the side, swing, pull. So we are pulling the weight from the side there and pulling the weight quickly. Back to here, tuck the elbow in, rack hold. Standing posture. Yeah, nice and dynamic. We've done a few of these now, so if it started, we're doing it. Just open up that grip when the kettlebell turns back in. Ooh, bit of a clatter on the wrist there. Keep the chin, navel pulled in, keep the rib cage elevated, and just allow that little pivot on that foot to happen. Yeah? So the same side you've got the weight on, pull, open. Ooh, can we try a little bit on the other side? And the same as before, I would love to do this. I'll get the sweat on now because it's just keeping the structural integrity as we work on the other side. Let's try it without the weight, same as before. Just get an idea of what's going on and where it's happening. So foot pivot, pull it back in. There's a little pivot again, pull back in. Just kind of guide yourself through it slowly. There, pull, turn back to that standing posture. Just look at yourself in your reflection and minimize any of this loose, floppy business going on, right? So if you need to slow it down, you need to take a lighter weight to achieve that, please do. Right, kettlebell in hand, weight in hand, dumbbell. Posture first before we even embark on a swing. Let's get that standing posture, let's get deep rooted, deep core. There we go with the arm. And which foot turns and when it turns. Yeah. There. Pull turn. Pull turn. So as the weight swings, that's when we have that little pivot. Pull it in quickly. I can't do that in slow-mo. It's not so good on the left. So probably feel one side might be a little bit easier than the other. Dynamic pull here. Yeah? Really quick roll. Lateral. Back to center. So kind of the basic move we did initially, but with a quick pull. Woo, deep core. Again, almost reset when you get back to each repetition. Now, feel free to have little breaks. Trust me, you're going to come back to it with a better rep the next time. Don't forget that pivot of the leg. Deep core. Yeah, nice. This is starting to lose my focus here. We're going to do a couple of these each side, right? Pull. I'm going to go one more for me. You do you. It's gone incredibly warm in here all of a sudden. Okay, so it's a new one. The leg mechanics are very similar, leg and hips, to what we do in this frontal plane. It's that to there, right? I'm probably over-explaining it too much. Kelly will shout when you want to get home tonight. Let's go with the other one. Back to the original side. Deep core again, standing posture. Rack it up. Pivot. Yeah? Maybe feel a little bit more structurally sound with this second set. Out to the side, swing here, pull, return. Side pivot, pull. Got to open up that grip, otherwise you'll hit that wrist. Trying to turn the body too much. I can see some of you kind of here, turning your body to the side. Try and keep that torso relatively forward. Pull. Loop. Pull. Deep core all the time. Go a couple more. So much better on my right than my left. We have now figured that out for yourselves. One side's a little easier than the other. Again, before we start, structurally sound, heavy in the heels, pivot, pull turn. I've got to open open up that grip. For those of you using the kettlebell, like I said, once it's coming around here, in slow-mo, I'm going to hold the weight. You open up that grip here, palm open, then you grab it. Yeah, back to that wrap up. You keep a strong grip on that, it won't turn. Check in with your posture. Here we go. 3 more for me. You call it. Pull. Dynamic row. Side on, back to center. Yeah? Right. Double hand grip. Okay? But don't use a lot. You know, I'm a bigger fan of one single grip with kettlebell, which is nice to alternate sometimes. Right, so this is like a swing. It's like a wood chop. In the past, we've held the kettlebell like this, right? And we've kind of done a kind of a swing to the other shoulder. This has been my favorite at the moment. Back to that golfer pose. This one, we're going to actually swing the weight through here, right? So it's going to be a bilateral stance. You're going to swing the weight. It's going to come across the hip, but we're going to swing it to the center. So off that hip there. So the back leg, in fact, maybe bring the other foot slightly behind. So you've got a slight split stance, but it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So slight split stance with the back leg. Get the swing off the hip. Do your normal in the front. And what's happening, guys? You see my leg here? We're getting that hinge here. We're potentiating the hamstrings and glutes on that front leg. And now we're driving that heel into the floor to get the movement. Keep the core on. Straight for the kill here, no warm-up. Just get straight away. There's going to be a little bit of a pivot off that back foot. The knee might turn a little bit inwards on that back leg. That's totally cool. Get the timing right. See, almost, don't want to feel your front shin bone moving through this one, right? The shin stays still. Right. Heart rate's gone up now. Let's try that on the other side. Woo! Side swing. Side swing. Split stance. Double grip again, just kind of off the hip. Just start off moderate. And look down at your front leg shin. And try and keep it still. You've almost got a continuous heel drag going on with that. And like I said, just do you, right? Just do you. So the weight's kind of coming to that pocket. Yeah, the hip is sitting back. There's the leg, there's the heavy work on the glute. Okay? And like I said, we're going to do 2 rounds of this. Okay. I need to get some cold air. It's crazy how quickly your body gets warm. Right. Let's try that on the other side. If you wish, feel free to just do 1 arm swing like this with it, but still keeping and adhering to those angles with the legs, right? So if this double arm doesn't work for you, just go 1 here. I can even go with that other arm, which is a little bit trickier, or you can keep it with the doubles. Okay, round 2. Here we go. It's like a double arm swing, but coming to the side. Keep the deep core on. Nice and light on the back toes, heavy on that front heel. The front shin doesn't really move. Feeling the glutes working now, yeah? Woo! Nice rotation happening all the way through there. Again, just a double check, keep the deep core on. We don't want to be rotating through your lumbar spine. Right. There we go. Time we got 20 past. We're good. Good for time. Let's try that again. On the other side. So maybe the first set, we just kind of get used to the move. And the second set, you go for it. You could potentially bring it more across, but just for now, let's keep it simple. In the middle, to the side. In the middle, side. Feeling good? 4 more. Yikes. Oh. Right. I'll breathe a quick sip of the water. Okay. Let's break this one down a little bit, right? Without the weight. So we go left leg in front, right leg behind in that split stance. Almost like you're setting yourself up to do, you know, the rows we do here? Yeah? So it's quite a bit of a wider stance than what I do with the heel drag and all that. Both both knees bent. Yeah, check that front leg does not lift. The key with this one, guys, is keeping our body potentially here at that low center of gravity still. So even as I'm talking to you now, you should feel a bit of work in your left glute. What you're going to do, and we'll do it in slow-mo, you're going to roll the weight with your right hand, reach the left arm down, and we're going to rotate, and we're going to reach up like that. Yeah? And we're going to do that all dynamically. And I'm going to try and ask you not to let your torso move up. Probably can't see me very well with this black on, can you? Yeah? Try that again. Nice and low. Lots of thoracic extension. You're going to pull, rotate your ribs to the side, and then you're going to reach up. So it's going to happen quickly. And this is going to be done like in a snatch. Yeah? Try that one more time. Low center of gravity. Woo! Pull, rotate the ribs, reach there. Okay? Tough one to keep that position. Right. We try that with a weight. So it's giving us thoracic rotation, but try not to let the hips and all that move. Yeah? Nice curl. Awesome. Yes. Like a kind of funky warrior pose when you hit that apex point. And the snatch, remember, it's kind of going up in one line. It's kind of like straight up. Yeah, don't pause, rotate, press. It's got to be run up in one. So if you need to regress the weight, regress. I'm going left leg in front, right leg behind. Low center of gravity. Get down nice and low. Torso about 45 degrees. Now hold that position. Ready? Quick knees. Weight down first. Rotate back. Keep that weight heavily biased on your front heel. Deep core. Keep the tummy muscles braced. Challenging balance as well. So it's trying to allow the ribs to turn like a cylinder, but not the hips. Yeah? Funky, funky, funky. Can we do a couple more? Keep everything still apart from the arms. Oh, that's a beaut. Right, let's try that on the other side without the weights. Let's break it down. Let's kind of go through the moves, and then we'll exploit it with the kettlebell or dumbbell. So right leg in front, left leg behind, quite a long stance. Sink into it, hinge forward, vertical front shin. Look at your shin needs to be vertical. Watch your mid-back's not rounded here. Slowly pull the left elbow up, reach the right down, turn your torso left, reach up there. Almost use your right arm just to press on the inside of your right leg as well. Bring the weight down, bring it back. Again, I want to see your torso here. I don't want you to come up in between like that. Don't come up. Stay low. Pull, punch. Pull, punch. One more time. Yeah? Try and keep everything nice and quiet. Whew. Arguably the most complicated one so far. I'm going to start somewhere. Let's try it with a weight. Keep checking your reflection, guys. Look in your reflection. Keep it still. Yeah, nice and low. Thoracic extension. Tummy, tummy, tummy. Yeah, heavy on that front heel. Let's give it a go. My body so wants to come up throughout. Keep low. Keep that lowness. In one. With balance. It's a challenge. Yeah. Couple more. Depends on how much that front leg glute can take. We've just got two to do, two sides. I've got a little breather. Okay, looks good from what I'm seeing. Can't see if you're on the portal. Right. Take the weight away if you need to. Don't go with the weight if you're just learning this or you don't understand some of it. Don't hurt yourself trying, okay? Right. Second set. Right hand, left leg in front. Check your posture, especially your thoracic spine. Get nice and low. There, ready? Pull it up. Boom. Press. Arm first, then you rotate. So the ribs are going to spiral to the right in a split second. You're going to bring them back to neutral slowly. Keep the weight on your front heel. Do a couple more. Have we got that? I love it when you do 4 or 5 reps of something in it and it ticks all the boxes in it. It teaches you out. Right. Feel sorry for my next class coming out. I'm going to be I'm smelling the sweat. Okay. Woo! Let's go right leg front, left leg, have the weight in your left hand. Long stance, hinge it down, thoracic extension, brace the core. 1, 2, 3, spiral left. Arm first, then you. It's just holding at a low position is part of the trick. Nice and dynamic, guys. Finish them off. Woo. Think a bit more thoracic extension, legs a little bit too low to the ground with that chest. Yeah, that's where's that glute going? Right, guys, carry on if you've gone for left. I definitely haven't. And maybe we push the ball out with the reps tonight. We need one more when you're outside your comfort zone. Okay. Have a little breather. Take on some water. Okay. Right. High rotation swing, okay? So again, we'll start with this. We'll go slow. And the idea being, it might look a little bit messy, but it's going to really fire up the transverse abs and your across the muscles of your obliques. Let's get into your, let me just check this. Yeah. Bilateral stance, please. Without the weight. So I'm just, Kel, you know what I mean? When we talk and work out, it's hard to get your breath back. Right, so it's going to be soft in the legs, yeah? And you're going to bring that weight from one hip, and you're going to circle it round to the other. Yeah, and as you bring it down to the other leg, I want it to kind of a little bit of a soft knees, a soft hips here. Yeah, let's kind of extend. There, yeah. And imagine this with a kettlebell, right? But I want the space, right? I want the pace with the dumbbell kettlebell. I want it like this, like that. Like you're literally throwing someone over your shoulder to the other room. Right? I think the best thing is if you've got a smaller weight option, start with that first. There is a very slight kind of hinge back with this. I don't want you to kind of be here doing it. Yeah, if anything, we're upright, but there's a slight, as if you are literally throwing over, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to start with a 10. This one, I'll get the heart rate through the roof, okay? I did this one earlier, not for very long. Okay, so bilateral stance. So open posture, and just again start off moderate. So soften the legs, up and around. Big high pull, yeah, big semicircle up. And then off that, you've got to drive it off the heel, the side that you're up. And then, when you're ready, just start to really let that movement go. The quicker we go, the not much you better do. Oh. In fact, you know what? I'm going to try it with a 15, but that 10 felt extremely hard. So nice and dynamic. Let's try this for 3 rounds, okay? So you choose your weapons. Up and over, yeah? So there's that deceleration, acceleration happening, but it happens very quickly, and that's how we're going to tune into the deep core. Ready for this? So build it up first, high, and then bit by bit. Oh. Good job. Yeah? And 2 off this. Right, 1 more round. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a stinger for the core. Absolutely nailed the outside. So just focus on everything being a build up to this moment now. So the best reps you can do. I don't mind if you do 4, 10, whatever. Don't lose that focus on your form. Ready for this? Whew, and I'll go quiet now because I cannot talk into this. Right, when you're ready, let's try for about 10 seconds if we can. Up. Quicker, go on, quicker. Oh. Oh. That'll be an attractive look with that bar foot on the floor. Wow. Okay, back to something you know. Woo. Wow. All right. We're going to do some basic swings. We're going to add on to it, but just for now, I just want you to kind of do an alternate, just to warm stuff up. Just a nice alternate swing pass just to get those hamstrings pulling. Hey Joe, have a longer rest if you want, no problem. If it wasn't for you while watching me, I'd have stopped. And I'd probably sat down now, feeling sorry for myself. So deep core, as it goes through the legs, feel that nice hamstring stretch. Okay, so the exercise itself, again, let's try it without the weight. Right hand, you're going to go swing, and you're going to bring it to the clean, yeah? You're going to squat, and then you're going to forward step with the opposite leg you've got the weight on, and you're going to rotation press. Yeah, yeah, bring it down, bring it here. So swing, clean squat, up, boom, push, rotation press. I want to see the ribs rotate, try and keep the pelvis level. Yeah, so it's a nice three-tiered exercise. Alright, we'll try this. So I'm going to go right side, but if you want to go left, that's totally cool. And I challenge you all in time to get right down on that squat, yeah? See how deep we can get the squat. There we go. Swing to clean, deep squat, load it up, yeah? Drive up the heels up, push, rotate. Back heels off the ground, got a little bit of heel drag going on that front leg. Let's bring it back, yeah, and we'll do the swing from here. Swing, clean squat, and then up, boom, yeah? Weight, back. And then I can make it more continuous, yeah? There's no little pauses there. You swing, as soon as it's cleaned, it's squatted, and then you're up on the press. Swing, drop. So you're just following that kettlebell momentum. Woo! Move 3 more. Deep squat, challenge it. Can we get right down, some of you? Up, push. Really punching them heels into the floor to get the rise. Yeah? One more. Yeah, cool. Oh, nice. Well done. Have a breather. Maybe have a sip. It just seems to be very continuous, which is fine. A little bit of a rest won't hurt us. Okay. All right, let's try it on the left. Or try it on the right if you did the left. I don't think we need to demo this, just let's get going. There we go. Yeah, so I'm stepping forward with the opposite arm I have the weight in. And you'll know when you're coming up from that squat to stand and push, you'll probably feel a little bit biased on one side. Yes, if the weight's in your left hand, feel it on the next one. Once you're coming up from the squat, you're pushing both heels in, but you might feel that weight transition more heavily on the left leg. That's normal. It's kind of what we want. Swing, squat clean, stand press. How quickly can you come up with them from them squats, guys? Big power, big deep core. Here, deep core, boom. Yeah? Have a little bit of purpose with that. 3 more. I want you to be outside your comfort zones, but I do not want to break anyone at all. Quality over quantity. Finish off. Do you. Finish your reps off looking good. It's obviously harder working out at home than it is when we have our beady eyes when you're at the studio. We all know that. Right. Save a little bit of energy. I think the last exercise is probably mentally and physically a power above everything we've done. And with that said, I reckon about 3 reps each side, we'll probably do it. More fun, I bet you're looking forward to that, aren't you? Don't worry, it'll be soon quarter 2. Get the kettlebell back up again on the dumbbell. Do 1 more rep side, set each side. Again, remember the form. Tensioned, deep core. Here we go. Straight into that squat. Pounce up. Yeah. Obviously, kettlebell Chelsea in there. See, it's just a bit of flow and grace, yeah? Nothing too serious. Just Double check as well, maybe look that the knees are not coming knocking together as you're coming up from that squat. You feel our weight just slightly transition more onto the side you've got the weight on as you come up from the squat. We're feeling that? Big drive. Let's go 2 more. Let's see if we can get a bit more dynamic on the up. Yeah, that was better. 1 more like that. Come on. It's enough for me. Shoulders are feeling it. Okay. Little breather. Glad I brought another t-shirt in. We're peeling this off then. Right. Okay, gang. Let's rock this last round out on this side. Tension in the middle, remember the posture. Good. Like we did the rotation press earlier. Yeah, so when you hit the apex, feel the ribs turning away from your up weight. And try and get that arm stacked right above your shoulder if possible. Challenge the depth of the squat for the last 3. Woo! 2 more, if we can. If you've got more, do it. I love combination moves. Right, shoulder's going to fall off. Have a little breathe out, a little drink. You're going to earn that shower tonight, eh? And I do want to repeat this workout at some point with the online guide. And maybe look at a bit more fine-tuning on the technique when I've got you in the studio. Right. Okay. Let's do a dry run of this first. So like I said, 3 or 4 each side, and you're going to know what I mean. Right. It's kind of, well, it's got a lunge in there for starters, so I'll save the best for last, eh? Let's try this out. Right, what you're going to need is a little bit of space to take. How many steps is it? 2 steps. Okay? Right, let's imagine the weights in your right hand. As it stands, the usual. Yeah? Right. Like the second exercise I think we did. Yeah, go right down low, and we get it right down really low here. Yeah, remember that one where we did this and rotate? But you're not going to do that. You're going to have to pull. So you're going to pull here. Pause. Yeah, really low. Kel, get right down, really low. There. Pull, pause. The back leg is going to step forward, you're going to lunge. There. As you have the weight like that ready. Now we're going to take 1 step off that lunge. You can press or you can just step forward. So you step forward or you step forward, press if your shoulders have got anything left. You know, this is the trick. We rewind it back to its entirety. So you step back, lunge here, pause there, keep low stepping down. Imagine the ceiling's on your head here. So you've got to kind of hinge forward, keep neutral spine, and gently step that right leg back and lower the weight. Yeah? So it's kind of the last part and the first part, from here to here, it's like a little stealthy kind of low crawl. From the lunge, the muscles don't get time to relax. Take your weight, let's get this out of the way. Literally. 3 rep max. So row to lunge step and press. So ready? Left leg in front, hold the weight in your right hand. Get down low, inch forward. Right, pull, there. Now the weight flips upside down as you step forward here. See the weight upside down. Now just off the right heel, up and press, or just forward. Now we're going to rewind it. Step back, sink low, the ceiling's on your head, keep low, step leg back there. There, 3 reps, let's do it. That's 1, pull. Step lunge, up push. The toughest bit is coming back. Keep low here. Low, 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 low. You've got 1 more. Oh, right, left leg's on fire. Pull, step, deep lunge, FP start, up push. Bring it back. Step back. And have a breather. Oh, look, Kel doing the extra reps there. Fair there. Are you on the other side there, yeah? I know you've got someone coming in soon. Woo! Right, can we do it on the other side to wrap this up? If you feel like you can do about 5 or 6 reps on that, you must be ultra strong. I couldn't. Right leg in front, left leg behind. Long stance. Keep low. No practice warm up on this one. Ready? From that low position, pull the weight. Step forward, flip the kettlebell upside down, step forward and push, and press if you want. Bring it back, low centre of gravity as you step back, hold tension here, 2 more, ready, stay there, pull, there, up, off that heel, yeah, step it back, low centre of gravity, and return, yikes. Right, one more. I'm going to cheeky little rest there. Let's do this. Best one of the lot. Best one of the lot. Really low. Now keep low. Pull. Step. Keep low. Up and push. There's a trick. Bring it back gently. Step. Low lunge. Keep low. Step the left leg back. Done. Literally. Wow. I don't know you guys, but that was blooming out. Well done. Well done. Woo. If you want to unmute yourself, that's cool.